What's up, everyone? Welcome back, and let's get right into it. We are going to recap the crypto summit that took place in Washington, D.C. For those of you watching, this one will come as a little bit of a different take because I'm going to connect some of the dots in the events leading up to this crypto summit today and kind of explain where my mindset was at. Full disclosure, I was talking with people, I was thinking about going live and kind of covering it, but just with what we've seen in the past, it just didn't really want to spend my Friday afternoon covering something that, quite frankly, I thought was going to be a giant nothing burger, and that's essentially kind of what we got. Now, getting all those people in the same room, we'll celebrate that. That's a great storyline, and maybe 20, 30, 50 years from now, as we're trading and whatever might be the next step down the road past blockchain, we all look back on this day as being something very historical. You just quite frankly never know. But I will tell you guys, I think that there are some events we got to connect the dots. I want to take a look into the overall market as well, and I'll share with you guys exactly what's going on with that. Before we hit the news, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Always remember that none of this is financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence, and let's talk some crypto, okay? So as you can see here, guys, the market in the top 100, it's kind of much a red day. There are a couple cryptos into the green, not the ones that you would expect, so yeah. We'll see if we get a little pump here on Monday. That's kind of where my head's at, or maybe something else comes trickling out of Twitter in the after hours like we've seen within, Donald Trump tweeting on a Sunday morning, for example, that sends the market into a flurry. So we still have time for that as we look down the board. Bitcoin still 86 and Ethereum trading at 2,100. And as we're on the topic of conversation about this strategic reserve, Solana 141.50. We do see Cardano at 81 cents, and the third crypto XRP trading at $2.38. So that's kind of where we're at. I want to break down what actually went on in the White House and the events leading up to it. So it's going to be, like I said, a different take than probably other people covering this topic are going to take. And that's why I think it's kind of relevant for you guys right here today. So first and foremost, though, if you guys want to get involved with another exchange or a new exchange, or if you're looking to get into futures trading and you're based in the United States, one of the longest standing exchanges out there, BTCC, a lot of people are jumping on board, and they do have some cool promotions available. Trade to win a Tesla Cybertruck in a $1 million prize pool sponsored by Token 2049. And also, like I said, guys, spot and futures trading available for U.S. residents. And it's like I said, a great exchange that I started using. Make sure you do your own research and due diligence. And please use my link down below if you do want to get trading with BTCC, okay? But let's get into that quick recap. But I want to tease what I'm going to get to towards the end of this video. A White House official making very confusing statements about Cardano, Ripple, and Solana, and that's exactly why I think that we saw a drop within kind of what transpired. Now, with that being said, let's talk about it, okay? So first and foremost, the most important thing that happened was the fact that we did get Cardano, XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum named. We got concrete, definitive nature of what's going to be in the strategic reserve, okay? Talked about a little bit on a post on X, and if you don't follow me on X, make sure you do so, at @TCryptoMark. I post a lot of linguistic things over there that have more details. They're more descriptive. It's not just me talking. So it's kind of good if you want some news nuggets that are more numerical and kind of have more information in real time. But the reason why it's all relevant is, look what happened within the ETF talk, right? Look what happened within Donald Trump even saying this. Look what happened with the SEC talks. All of the announcements in the, we'll call it 2-3 months that Donald Trump has essentially taken over the voice in Washington, right? He maybe wasn't inaugurated, but in some form or fashion, this all kind of happened before he actually took office, okay? The speculation, right? And that's kind of what I think, in my opinion, and it's not financial advice, but that's kind of what, in my opinion, is all priced in. Now, why this is relevant is I connect the dots a lot, and these comments are very, very telling, in my opinion, and that's kind of where I want to take into the discussion, because it has always been a buy the rumor, sell the news. So why would this one be any different, okay? So this is what the actual comment was. This is where the comment was made before the White House Crypto Summit, leaving investors unclear about the administration's commitment to specific cryptocurrencies, okay? That was where that's where the statement was, okay, David Sachs contradicted Trump's statement, suggesting that the inclusion of these specific assets, and we're talking XRP, Solana, ADA, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, was not a certainty, okay? So essentially what David Sachs did in his position of power is he trumped Trump's tweet, Trump's announcement, okay? What he said was, I think that the president only gave 5 examples of cryptocurrencies in his article. I call BS on that. But there are 5, those are 5 of the probably largest by market cap. I think people are overinterpreting this a little bit. Ultimately, I think what we're describing here is consistent with what the president has always said about the space. Yada, yada, yada. Very much political rhetoric, as you can imagine, okay? And the reason why this is all relative is because a lot of people are thinking that Donald Trump is pulling the strings and he's the crypto puppet master in Washington, D.C. It's not the case, okay? There's a lot more smarter people. He's damn 80 years old and, essentially doing and saying the things that he's saying, even when it comes to other things such as these executive orders where he sits there and he looks at them and then he signs a piece of paper for notoriety. A lot of these ideas are probably MAGA ideas. They're not necessarily, things that he just, woke up one day and said, this is what I want to do, okay? That's just my take. Now, I'll leave the politics out of it for another day. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, my point is, he's not pulling the strings. So, I think that ADA, Cardano, XRP, and Solana being mentioned in that tweet was very revealing. I think David Sachs is trying to prevent some market manipulation, but it's too late. The gig is up. It's already happened. We already had that 2-day pump that was basically canceled out by what we saw within liquidation shortly after. So we did get a buy the rumor, sell the news before the actual news was transpired and carried out. Now, what we got from the summit is exactly a nothing burger. And I'm going to get into some of those comments and results. But what I'm trying to say is with the leading up to this event, when you guys are trading crypto, pretty much the richest people outside of some lucky meme coin traders in the market right now are the people in the short term that are basically swing trading the news, and whatever Donald Trump says, they're trading it with volatility, okay? So let's get into kind of the announcements from the summit real quickly to conclude. They are establishing a crypto strategic reserve, calling it Digital Fort Knox. Now, this will be basically using funds that were seized in criminal or civil cases that the government right now holds an estimated 200,000 Bitcoins. I'm not sure on the actuality of that number. But this is something where the administration emphasizes that they will not be sold, okay? Trying to make the United States pretty much the biggest hodlers in the world. Now, within that, the development of a digital asset stockpile, besides Bitcoin, that's where it's going to include initiatives such as Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and XRP, okay? Acquired in very similar methods. Now, also, they did talk a little bit about the termination of Operation Choke Point 2.0. That's going to close down a lot of regulatory pressures on crypto businesses. So the more looser stance that the government is taking is probably more important than the cryptos that were named to be in the actual stockpile. Okay. Also, stablecoin legislation was at was expressed in terms of concern and consideration throughout this as well. So that's kind of where we come down, the 4 biggest takeaways. But overall, this does suggest progress. It does signify a movement forward within the crypto narrative, advancing crypto within the United States. But for me, guys, it's another buy the rumor, sell the news. I'm not putting the cart before the horse. I actually didn't do a darn thing. I told you guys I didn't even go live for this because I knew it was going to be exactly what we got. And a lot of people out there are going to sell it. They're going to upsell it. We'll call it what it is. It's a positive step forward. It's not a leap forward. It's not a jump. It's one step, okay? So we need to connect these steps, connect the dots on this, and realize that everything that they're announcing, this summit, everything that was done today was already basically established. This was just for show. Very similar, in my opinion, to what we had with the Ukraine meeting within Zelensky and Trump and Vance. It was just all a facade for show, in my opinion, just to let the world know that they are working. And notoriety's sake, because then they get to take pictures, be on all the major news outlets, and the world is buzzing about this, okay? So, to conclude, I'm just standing still. I'm waiting for more indication in the market. I care more about the traders and the money than actually what is being said. So it's kind of one of those, when everybody's buying, you should be selling, and vice versa, until we get some tailwinds that really does signify that, yes, alts are going to move and Bitcoin is here to stay, okay? I do believe in all of those things, but I just think that right now with the volatility, the way that crypto traders, their sentiment is, it's a rough and rocky road. That's going to be something where I don't want to, miss out on, but I also don't want to get hosed in the process and be on the wrong side of a buy. So that's where I'm at. Wanted to share you guys my thoughts. I'll leave you with that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also, before you exit this video, make sure you follow me on X at tcryptomark, and be sure to check out our sponsor BTCC if you want to start trading with them on that exchange. There is a link down below in the description. So have a great rest of your weekend. Stay tuned for more updates. Turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.